This looks horrible. The setting, everything. I'm at my Nana's house, so I can't set up right. But I got new cards, and I thought I'd do a reading on myself at least, and then I'll do a reading on you guys. Okay? Whoever watches this. So I have 3 different decks today. This is the new one I just got, which is Moonology. And this one comes with a book that explains everything of each card, which I'm thankful for. And then I have these fortune telling cards. These are more like fun and not really too serious, but I like using these as well just for some clarification depending on the other cards. It's kind of like a magic 8-ball answer and question thing, so it's like yes or no questions, but in card form. And then I have the normal tarot card deck, and I'm going to try that as well. And then I'm still learning the tarot card deck, and since I don't have a book for the tarot card deck, I'm going to be looking on my other phone. It's my Nana's phone, but because I'm recording on mine, I don't have anything here. I'm at my Nana's. So, let's go. First, I'm going to do a tarot card reading because that is the OG. Of course, I have to mess it up. Get it everywhere. Alrighty. And I'm going to... Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Horrible! Oh my gosh. Okay. And I am going to think of maybe just life in general. I don't want to choose career path or anything like that. I'm just going to think of life in general, you know? I like to close my eyes so I can concentrate because I like to think about my life. And I'm so bad at shuffling, by the way, so if you judge me, I'm sorry. I'm still learning a lot. And sometimes I don't like closing my eyes because I'm bad at this. Alrighty. Ooh. So these 2 popped out automatically. So first one was a 2 of ghosts, but it was upside down, so it's reversed. And the Fool, and it was right up, which is not good. And then, ooh. Oh, okay. And then the Page of Wands, which was upside down when I saw it. So, my first card is the 2 of Swords. I swear I said 2 of Ghosts because there was a ghost on it, but I meant 2 of Swords upside down, so it's reversed. I'm gonna look up what that means because, again, I'm not that good at this and I'm still learning. And it's hard to learn when you're constantly busy, like just constantly, and it's bad. Alrighty, and every time I look up stuff about tarot cards, I always go to biddytarot.com. Tarot, whatever, however you want to spell it. I call it tarot. Some people say tarot. Some people say tarot. I say tarot. I don't know why, it just sounds right. I might not be right. It just sounds right to me. Okay, but I always go on Biddy Tarot or Tarot or whatever, spelled the same way, .com, and get everything on there, all the information on there, because I trust that website. It's a really good website. Of course. Give me 1 second. The Wi-Fi disconnected, so that's my life. Of course. Let me go to the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna pause this. Alrighty, I finally got this fixed, and The Two of Swords reversed is what I got for my first card, and this is what the website Biddy Tarot says. The Two of Swords reversed suggests that you are facing a difficult decision and cannot decide which direction to take, and I am. I'm trying to decide if I want to go to college or not, and it's a huge thing for me. And it's been like 2 years since I graduated high school, but I'm seriously thinking about it because of financial stability and everything like that. Like, I don't have much. My family's not really financially stable, and that's what I think of. And I know I never got any, I didn't get outstanding grades in school and stuff like that, so I didn't get any scholarships from that, and I played no sports. I was just never that type of kid. I have ADHD, and that made me really slow naturally, and I never had any help in school because I got diagnosed really late in high school, so I never really had help. And because I didn't know I needed help, I thought I was just stupid, and so I never had good grades, and I'm just not the type of person to do any sports or anything. I was more into music and stuff, and that never, more of the arts, and that never gets you scholarships for some reason. So it's hard, and I know I can get grants and stuff. I just know it. You always have to pay it back, and I don't want to be in student debt all my life, and it's hard to find things that it's a whole thing. Okay, that's what I'm having trouble deciding on. You are caught between a rock and a hard place, and it feels impossible to make the right decision, as you believe either option will lead to negative consequences. Facts. As a result, you are finding yourself feeling stuck and unable to move forward, which is just making the situation worse. Yup, you may also lack the information you need to make a second decision, a sound decision. Facts. I don't know enough information on these grants and scholarships that I could get and everything, so I don't even know everything. I'm kind of too scared to, honestly. I'm scared of everything. Just as the blindfolded woman, which is the original artwork, this artwork has a ghost on it, but original artwork has a blindfolded woman, is closed off to the external world. You may also be closed off to additional information or alternative solutions that could resolve your dilemma. Or you might be experiencing information overload, overwhelmed by other people's points of view, and a deluge of, I guess that's what it is, of information. I don't know what that means. I guess a bunch of information. Sift through the advice available to select only the most relevant and helpful. The reverse Two of Swords is inviting you to listen to your intuition about the difficult decision you may need to cut off from the internal world temporarily, so you can hear your inner voice and allow your wisdom to come through. Trust what you know to be true and right for you. Make your decisions based on your own internal compass. The Two of Swords reversed often represents a stalemate. You may reach an impasse with a friend, loved one, colleague, or supplier. The trouble is that all parties involved are refusing to see the situation from others' perspectives, and you are butting heads. Remove the blinders and look at the situation from a different angle. Identify where you can come to compromise. Otherwise, this issue will not move forward. The reverse Two of Swords may also suggest you are feeling stuck in the middle of two competing sides. You may be trying to play the peacemaker role, but in doing so, you are just confusing yourself and creating more tension. Yeah, I want to make peace and not want to bother anyone with people trying to help me with the finances of college. So, because I know my family is going to want to, because I love my family, and I'm really close to my family, and I know they're going to want to help out, but I don't want to burden them with that help. But I know them well enough that they're going to find a way to help, even if I don't want them to. For example, you may attempt to bring two conflicting family members together in hope of fostering a harmonious family environment, but instead you end up being the messenger or the dumping ground for each of their concerns. Decide whether you honestly have a role to play and whether you can create peace between the two opposing parties. Otherwise, get yourself out of there. Alrighty. So that was my past, sort of, but I wasn't gonna try the past, present, because usually you get 3 cards, and the first card you pull is your past, the middle card is your present, and the third card is your future. But I wasn't really thinking of it like that, so I'm just doing like, this is all what I need to hear right now, because you can do it that way, I think. I obviously don't know everything about this side of, like, I don't know how you explain it. I don't know much about these decks and everything. I just do it my way, and that's the way that I see it, okay? And I understand I'm probably not doing it right to some people, but I don't really think there is a really right way of doing it, in my opinion. So yeah. And now the second one, the Fool, and it was right up, so that's great. I know it's a bad card. I got it one time. Whew. Okay. The Fool is a card of new beginnings, opportunity, and potential. I guess it's a good card. Just like the young man, you are at the outset of your journey, standing at the cliff's edge and about to take your first step into the unknown, which is hopefully college. Even though you don't know exactly where you are going, you are being called to commit yourself and follow your heart, which is going to college, because I really want to. No matter how crazy this leap of faith might seem to you, now is a time when you need to trust where the universe is taking you. As you undertake this new journey, the Fool encourages you to take an open, curious mind and a sense of excitement. Throw caution to the wind and be ready to embrace the unknown, leaving behind any fear, worry, or anxiety about what may or may not happen. This is about new experiences, personal growth, development, and adventure. The time is now. Take the leap of faith, even if you do not feel 100% ready or equipped of what is coming. Who knows what it could be? Seriously, what are you waiting for? Do you think you need to have everything mapped out before you can begin? No way. Not with the Fool. He ventures out on his journey with just his essential belongings, and now he invites you to do the same. You don't need to wait for someone to give you the green light or hold off until you have all the skills, tools, and resources you think you might need. You are ready. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Damn, I really needed this. See, these things are crazy. Like, every time I get a reading, like, I read myself, I do this, I'm just like, dang, this is crazy. The world is your oyster. Anything can happen. Use your creative mind with a dash of spontaneity, I don't know, something like that, to make the most of this magical time and bring forth your new ideas in powerful ways. The Fool is your invitation to relax, play, and have fun. Treat life like one big experiment and feel yourself in the flow of whatever comes your way. It's kind of like what the Two of Swords said, just go with what the universe is doing. That's kind of fucking weird. See, it always blows my mind. I know it has, every single reading I ever do makes sense with what I want to hear, you know, what I need to hear. And but it still blows me away every time. But yeah, that's basically all of that. I'm trying to shorten these up a bit now. And the last one is the Page of Wands reversed. The Page of Wands reverse suggests that you can feel the stirrings of something new emerging within you, but you don't know how to turn it into action. You may have the seed or idea or of an idea or a general sense that something new is coming, but you are yet to express it in the world. You do not need to take action yet. In fact, doing so may be detrimental since the idea is very much in the early stages of formation. Just play with the idea and let it grow. See, I don't understand that, because the Fool said just go with it, and this one's like, wait a minute. See, I don't know. Maybe parts of this card, I don't know. Just play with the idea and let it grow. Develop a blossom into what it wants to be. Do not force it. Sit in a creative void and allow it to open up to you. On the other hand, the Page of Wands reverse can mean that you tried many new ventures or projects, but these have not turned out as you had hoped. Yes, you may have had the dream to start a new hobby, or project with the view that it will lead to something bigger. Yes, but you realize that you took the wrong approach. Yes, and it isn't pointing to the growth and development you had expected. The Page of Wands reversed invites you to reconnect with the original vision or idea and look for alternative ways to express it, which is music and singing and wanting to go to college for that. Gosh, that's crazy. Just because you didn't succeed the first time, which means I tried to apply to a college before, I guess that's what I'm thinking, it doesn't mean that the concept is wrong. It may merely be the execution that is out of alignment. Instead, choose another way to express the idea and be prepared to redefine your path to stay in alignment with your personal growth goals. The Page of Wands reverse can indicate that your eagerness to start something new has been hampered by complexities, obstacles, and opposition. This is crazy. Like, I swear, if that's crazy, which has resulted in a lack of motivation and indecisiveness, exactly, about your path forward. This is fucking crazy. You may also worry about whether you can get your project or idea up and running, or if you are just going to be weighed down by more responsibility and troubles. You may be allowing limiting beliefs and inner fears, and anxieties to get in the way of achieving your dreams. Finally, the reverse Page of Wands may also appear when you are seeking out a new path or personal and spiritual discovery. That's crazy. As it is likely to be an intense spiritual path, you are choosing to keep this journey private. Too, this inspiration and understanding comes from within, rather than looking to others for the answers. See, bro, I can't record or shit, but that's absolutely crazy. Legit what I was saying. Like, that's just nuts. Okay, so, that is the Tarot card deck, and, I'm gonna do my new deck, which is Moonology, Manifestation, Oracle cards, and I'm just gonna shuffle it and do 3 of them. 3 is just the lucky numbers of the cards, so I'm just gonna do 3 of them, and it seems about right. I'm not really good at shuffling, as I said. I just do this and hope for the best. I'm just going to use the top 3 on the deck. Sometimes I do that, but sometimes I shuffle it hard enough that some pop out at me, and I'm like, oh, those are the ones that I need to choose. Because those are the ones that are like, hey, like the ones whenever I was doing the tarot card deck, some of them flew out. Those are the ones that I needed to see, And they were. But this one's harder to like fling and stuff, so I guess I just do the top 3, because sometimes you either do the top 3 or the ones that come out or something like that. But okay, the top one is first quarter moon in Sagittarius, and I am a Sagittarius. That's my rising sign, so that's cool. I don't know my other signs. I never looked into that. I need to. My second card is first quarter moon in Scorpio, which I'm very close to being a Scorpio. My birthday is November 22nd, and the beginning of Sagittarius is the 22nd, and the ending of Scorpio season is the 21st. So, right on the border. And then the last one is first quarter moon in Libra. I've been told by multiple people, multiple readings online, everything, that my soulmate's supposed to be a Libra. So these all resonate with me. All these signs, at least, resonate with me. I don't know much about the moons and everything yet. I'm trying to learn everything about it. That's the reason why I got these cards, because I want to learn more about it and then use this more and understand it more. Alrighty, so the first card is first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Whatever's going on in your life, you need to take care of the small stuff, and the big stuff will fall into place. Problems can arise now because of carelessness or a judgment lapse. Avoid telling everyone your opinion until you're sure you know exactly what's going on. Think about the baby steps you need to take on your way to your goal, and don't take too many risks. Okay, believe in your own good luck, but don't be arrogant about it. Think an important decision through. This is crazy. It's always about that. Very carefully before taking action. The manifesting mix. Your challenge when this card comes up, is to dream, but be prepared to put in the hard work required to make your dreams real. This is so freaking crazy. The manifesting mindset. Make peace between the part of you that needs everything to make sense and the part that wants to throw caution to the wind. Tune in to your manifesting powers. The crown chakra, which is some other word, I can't pronounce that, sits at the top of your head. It's known as the 1,000-petal locust chakra, which, as it opens, reveals the mysteries of the universe and your connection to all life everywhere. Tuning into its beautiful violet color can help you to find direction and see the bigger picture. Visualize yourself in a column of pure violet light and hold the card to your crown as you call in the energies of the first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Thank you for showing me that life is an adventure. So it's wanting me to do that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna look stupid, but I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I'm gonna do what it says. So it says, visualize yourself in a pure violet light and hold the card to your crown, because that's where the crown chakra is, which is the top of your head, and read this aloud. Energies of the first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Thank you for showing me that life is an adventure. Again, that seems stupid, but I'm gonna trust it. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Sagittarius. Oh, okay, so I did it for no fucking reason. I don't know. Moon in Sagittarius takes place when the sun is in Virgo. Virgo is my dad's sign, and the moon is in Sagittarius, which is my sign. It knows that the visions and practicality can go together. Alright, so basically the same shit that the Chariot card said. And then my second one is first quarter moon in Scorpio. Okay, let's look for that. It's not too far. Alrighty. So my second card is the first quarter moon in Scorpio. And it says, when it comes to pushing through your fears and any other negative feelings, you're going to have to dig deeper. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. As I said, I'm scared. This is crazy because fear blocks us. Make time to clear any toxic feelings around you. Don't let pride stop you from showing how dearly you want something. It's okay to be vulnerable. If you know the people you're dealing with are trustworthy, think about others as much as yourself. The manifesting mix. There's light and shade in your situation, and you need to embrace it. Don't get stuck on one idea and refuse to budge. Manifesting mindset. Think what a mental detox would involve for you. For example, avoiding people you argue with and violence on TV, etc., which I have been. Make time for it soon. I actually have been. Tune into your manifesting powers. Your sacral chakra is all about emotions and feelings. It's located just below your navel. Okay? And it is a bright orange in color. Think of the way the water flows. That's how the chakra can help your feelings to flow now. Imagine yourself bathing in a beautiful column of warm orange light. Hold the cards to your lower belly and call in the energies by indicating these words. Okay. The head thing was weird, but this one's even weirder, so. But the words are energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Thank you for helping me to clear out energetic debris. I forgot debris has an S. Debris, so I can fulfill my potential. English is weird, bro. I promise. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Scorpio on a Tuesday, Mars Day, or during Mars hour. He's 16. I don't know what that means, but I'll look it up. The first quarter moon in Scorpio takes place when the sun is in Leo, which is my brother's sign. This is crazy. And the moon is in Scorpio, which is the sign that I'm like in between. It shows that it's okay to be fabulous. That's what it says. And deep. I'm actually going to do this because I don't want to look this up. So it's on my lower belly. So orange light. Bathing in it. It's more. Energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Thank you for helping me clear out energetic debris so I can fulfill my potential. Okay. And now the last one. All of these are first quarter moons as well. I just realized that. And I shuffled this beforehand before I got this deck as well. I did a reading with someone else. So, and I shuffled it again this time, obviously badly, but I had someone else shuffle it the first time. So, I know it's not just because it's all first quarter moons because they're together, because that's how they came. It's just by coincidence or by fate. So in Libra. And as I said, that's everywhere I've heard that should be my, soulmate. That's just crazy. Alright. And this one says, are you too attached to someone or perhaps to your current goal? It's a wonderful thing to care deeply. However, if you start to smother the person or situation you love, you could run into trouble. Work with others as you move towards your goals. But don't become so dependent that you give away your power. Keep your heart open. This card can also suggest that it's time to negotiate. I don't know why I could not read that. Negotiate something. And the way to manifest your goals now could be to come up with a solution that pleases everyone. Manifesting mix. There's a need to be adored here, which is fine. We all have that trait to an extent. But if it tips you into self-doubt, it's gone too far. This is crazy. I was just talking about how Libra supposed to be the sign of my soulmate and stuff like that. And I'm talking to a Libra right now. So they might be talking about that, because it's talking about someone or a situation, or even both. It sounds like someone. Manifesting mindset. It's important that you don't allow yourself to get set in your ways. Keep your heart and mind open. Believe in your gorgeousness. Aw. Queen shit. Sorry about my family who's screaming. They can't hear. They scream. Tune in to your manifesting powers. The heart chakra, it says it in quotations, I can't read that, is located in the center of your chest and is the gateway between the upper, more spiritual chakras and the lower, more earthy chakras. Visualize yourself with family, friends, and loved ones in a swirling, flowing column of beautiful and healing emerald green light. Hold this card to your heart and call in the energies with these words. Energies of the first quarter moon in Libra. Thank you for showing me how to work with others and how to give and receive. I'm gonna do that. Energies of the first quarter moon in Libra. Thank you for showing me how to work with others and how to give and receive. Okay. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Libra on a Friday, which is Venus's day, or during Venus's hour, CP 16. I don't know what that is. I guess it's page 16. Now that I think about that, I'm fucking stupid. The first quarter moon in Libra takes place when the sun is in Cancer. I don't know any Cancers, so that's the first sign that I don't really know. And the moon is in Libra. It knows that someone giving in can sometimes make everything better. Okay. It seems about mainly the same thing. It makes me think about college and how I should go, but think wisely about it and not let anything get in my way, including my own thoughts. And try not to be so indecisive and just go with it. Go with the flow and let the universe guide me. Let God guide me, you know? Okay, and the last deck is the kind of stupid one, but I still like it. I want it to verify everything. Okay. And it's literally just yes, no, question answers. It says like yes, no, ask again, all that shit. Like, you know, like a magic 8-ball. But mine broke forever ago, so. I got these thinking they were more serious because I grabbed them real quick and didn't really read them. And now I'm like, dang. So. Okay, I'm just gonna do 3 questions in the first 3 cards. Did this reading, here, give me a second. Let me think of how to word this. Did I find the right answers through this reading? Don't count on it. Okay. Should I try to go to college? OMG, yes. See, I told you these are kind of silly. But am I thinking too much about things? By all means. Okay. So that kind of gives me what's going on. Okay, and that's all I have for today. I was gonna do another reading, but for others, but I'll do that in my next video when I'm home, if I remember to. Oh my gosh, I have so much going on, and it might be forever from now if I ever do. But yeah, that is it. I really needed to hear a lot of this. I really did. Well, hopefully you guys like this. I know it was a lot of talking, a lot of reading, for me at least, and I know it's about me and not you guys, so it might not be as interesting, but I wanted to do it for me because I needed to hear something. I knew something was missing in my heart and my soul, and I needed to hear something. And I knew that at least I heard something, sorry. And I knew at least the tarot cards would tell me what I needed to hear. And with these new cards, that kind of helped as well. It pushed me to really listen to what those tarot cards say, you know, like, this is what it is. This is what you need to do. And these I just did just for verification because I had them and I want to use them, you know, even though they're kind of silly. But thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want. Just nothing negative towards anyone or towards me, please. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I will make a video for you guys, rating you guys. Don't know when, but I will try and make it soon. Bye.